If a DAC hopeful or recipient marries, the DAC benefit ends. But there are a few exceptions. If an entitled DAC person marries another individual who is entitled to their own Title II benefit, retirement, SSDI, or survivor's benefits, or another person entitled to the DAC benefit, then their DAC benefits remain. If not, they're gone. And the key is what happens at the point of marriage. In this client case study, their disabled adult daughter is receiving SSI, which means she will be entitled to the DAC benefit when her parents file for their own Social Security benefit. Her boyfriend also has disabilities, but they're undiagnosed. And that means he's not getting SSI or any of those benefits. And SSI is not a Title II benefit. Again, Title II is your own retirement, SSDI, survivor's benefits, or the DAC benefit, which means if she married him and at the time of their marriage he's on SSI or nothing at all, she will forego the DAC benefit permanently. But let's say that because he's working, he actually earns enough credits for his own SSDI. SSDI is a Title II benefit. If at the time of their marriage, they are both entitled for Title II benefits, the DAC benefit remains in play, even if it's not yet being received because mom and dad haven't filed yet. What if they get married and later divorced? This one's a bummer. Divorce ends the DAC benefit permanently for their daughter. What if they both get married, both entitled to Title II benefits, but her spouse eventually earns above the substantial gainful activity and is therefore no longer deemed disabled? Will she lose the DAC benefit permanently? No. The reason is because it goes back to the marriage. At the point of marriage, they were both entitled to Social Security disability benefits. They won't take away the DAC benefit from her if later it turns out that her spouse is no longer disabled. Here's a flow chart to keep in mind how it's going to affect your child. Question number 1, did the disabled adult child marry? If no, they keep the benefit. If yes, move to step 2. Step 2, is the spouse entitled to a Title II benefit, retirement, disability, or survivor's benefit, or a DAC benefit? If no, the DAC benefit ends permanently. If yes, move to step 3. Step 3, when did the entitlement exist? If at the time of marriage, then the DAC eligibility is maintained and protected. If the entitlement to such benefit only comes later, in other words, let's say that the spouse hopes to one day become eligible for SSDI or DAC, but isn't yet, it ends. You must be entitled at the point of marriage. These are the key things her parents need to know so they can communicate it to her and her boyfriend so that they understand some steps they might take before getting married if that's something that they choose to do. This is complex stuff and there's more offshoots that we just can't cover in a social media video, but hopefully this gives you the gist.